bhajan. Yeah, already chanted. We used to read from the book of Srila Dev Goswami Maharaj. Divine aspiration, about the divine. How we can get divine aspiration. Is it loud enough? I'm speaking. One can hear. One must be given admission in order to enter into the Lord's family of servitors. That is Diksha, initiation. Through Diksha, one receives Divya Gyan, divine knowledge, enlightenment. He can understand Krishna is my guardian. He is my all in all. And leaving all other duties, one promises to go towards Krishna for his service. So the function of Diksha is to impart such knowledge. And the disciple himself also invites this knowledge. I belong to Krishna, wholesale. What a wonderful expression for devotee. I'm his property. He can use me in any way. I'm not free to leave him. My fate is all within his service, within his area of service, not outside. So this is a very high talking Srila Maharaj is giving. Usually it is not, we speak to beginners, not this kind of topics, because nobody is able to surrender fully to the divinity. Krishna himself gives us this assurance. You're my own, your interest is my interest. My interest is your interest. We are one and the same. So this is especially one devotee should think, whatever I do, is it this in his interest, Krishna's interest? Or is it for my personal interest, for my interest? It is a very important thing if you want to really be connected, really attain the association of the higher Vaishnavas and of Krishna himself. We are one and the same. See, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells Sanatana Goswami, Diksha Kali Bhakta Karyatma Samapap. Sikale Krishnatare Karyatma Sama. At the time of initiation, when a devotee fully surrenders under the service of the Lord, Krishna accepts him to be as good as himself. The Lord accepts us as his own and takes the responsibility of everything for us, good and bad. And according to our surrender, such consciousness also awakens in us. Divya Gyan, divine knowledge, meaning, is real knowledge. It is proper knowledge, absolute knowledge, independent of all our separate interests. From the absolute standpoint, he has got full rights over everything, including myself. From my side, I will think I am to be used by him exclusively, by none else. This sort of transaction is Diksha, Divya Gyan, divine knowledge. Means to understand this and to do accordingly. Without this, we are suffering from avidya, agyan, from ignorance, from a false notion about the environment. We are ignorant of the proper estimation of the environment and ourselves. So what is the cause of this? It is separate interest. As soon as I have separate interest means interest for my personal satisfaction, or interest what is separated from Krishna's interest. This is separate interest. I have separate interest, and so many others also have separate interest. So there are many interests, not harmony in the one central interest. So harmony can never be in this material world, because everyone has separate interest. So what is the duty we have, the devotee has? We must become devotees, and devotee means we have the same interest that the Lord has, Krishna has, Radharani has. So when our desire is in the interest of the Lord, then harmony will be perfect. So what the difference is, in this material world we have all separate interests, I and my. There will be never harmony. There will always be fight and wars. This is the reason. But the ignorant people will never accept, will never understand. So that's because we are in the material world, and we are fighting here for surviving. And what is what we are facing here? Fight, wars, and all kind of Gewalt. Violence, yes, because you have a separate interest from my interest. So immediately there is fight, disharmony. So this we should be very careful. Devotee, pure devotee means he has given all his life, everything he has. He is ready to And he says, Ashrishiva vinastamam adasam mamam karotuva, in the last shloka of Sikshastakam. You may kill me, you may whatever you want to do, or you may impress me, as you like. You will always be my Lord. I will always accept whatever you are arranging for me. So that's because devotee has no fear, because he knows the Lord is always with him, and at any moment he will protect him or not. This doesn't matter. What do we lose? We lose anyway. We lose our body. There's no way out. Birth, disease, old age, and death. So what we cannot do, but we are not body, we are not this, so we don't have to identify. We are just puppets, we are just trying to become a servant of Srimati Radharani and Radha Govind. So, and so many others also have separate interest. There are many interests, not harmony in the one central interest. Is at the truth of our ajnana, our ignorance. When we are conscious of the common center, that it is home, it is beautiful, it is sweet, and all such things, then we get proper estimation of our connection with the whole. We get divya jnana, real divine knowledge. Divya jnana is not you can read and then you understand it. Surrender, we speak about surrender, and but we are doing not ourselves. We always have our personal interest. It is very difficult to escape from this state of consciousness. So surrender, surrender, surrender. Gurudev, many times he spoke this. The last lecture he gave in Vienna was, he asked me, you have Sharanagati from Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And I got it, so he was reading from Sharanagati. Surrender, surrender, surrender. It is, we have to surrender to the will of the Supreme Lord. Whatever he wants, it will happen. So if we move in harmony with him, then no harm, then we are protected. Personally, Krishna is a person. Krishna can speak with us. Krishna can have an exchange with us. Loving exchange. This is what the devotee wants. He wants an exchange, so we have to act in harmony with his desire. This is very important. One student asked a question. What is the meaning of eternal relationship? It is said that the disciple is eternally related to his Guru. When one takes initiation from Guru, is that relationship eternal? What would you say? Srila he says like this: first, we must understand that the very nature of our existence is of a subordinate character. The soul is of marginal potency, the Tashta Shakti, and as such, no direct connection with Krishna is possible in our constitutional position, but only through some agent, through Guru, the Lord's representative. We have to his connection, and not directly. Since we are the Tashta Shakti, since we come from the marginal potency, we must connect with Krishna through his internal potency. In the internal potency, all are serving the Lord eternally. That's because it is so important that we connect ourselves with Guru. So many disciples of Gurudev, they could not attain this connection. Some may have attained. It is divine connection. It is a connection you don't need to associate in person with the body. It is beyond bodily conception, beyond mental conception. So if one has installed, or if one has got the mercy of Guru in Gauranga, he will always be under their control. By good fortune, by the blessing of Guru, he is, in this case, he is eternal, and in this case, he is not living. He is always present. And I had this experience. It was very beautiful. It was very sad also. Once when Guru Maharaj left this planet, Vachananandam called me. Guru Maharaj has left yesterday evening. And I thought I was paralyzed like this. But in the same time, I felt his presence very deep. So it was Gurudev's mercy. You know, I never felt separate. I wanted to, I collapsed almost, or I wanted to cry, but no, I could not, because he was so present. This is the mercy of Guru. This is mercy of Krishna. Then the Guru is eternal. Then the devotee should get this fortune and try to serve Guru, and he will always be under his protection. This is a very important point. So this is not on the mental plane. This is also not on the bodily conception. It is the plane of transcendental plane, beyond this material world. It is a plane where we are trying to go, where we want to live, back home, back to Godhead. In that internal potency there is a gradation. There we find conceptions of personality and hierarchy, some nearer to Krishna than others. There's a hierarchy in this way, just as in a bureaucracy. All are not very intimate with the king, but some are near and others further away. The internal Shakti, the potency of Krishna, is like this. So we have all relation to Krishna, but we are not having different relations to Krishna. One is from little far away, in the Chandaras, in the Dasyaras, in the Shakiras, Vatsalya, and so forth. Different relations, those who are, some are very close to Krishna, some are not so close. This is in the transcendental plane, but they are all happy in their position, whatever position they may have. It is a transcendental plane, it is the eternal plane, our eternal home. The internal Shakti, the potency of Krishna, is like this. The nearer to the source, the greater its intensity. Just as the heat and light is more intense near the sun. Similarly, near Krishna there is more serving spirit. And further away from him, that tendency becomes less. In serving, in affection, and all such attributes, Krishna's internal potency is such. The nearer to the center, there is more interest for the center. And further away, that central interest becomes a little slack. All those of the internal potency are subservient to their higher service group. But the intensity of service attachment may be more or less. Such hierarchy is there. And the Lord himself is in the extreme position. He is an autocrat. We are to adjust ourselves with such an autocratic center. So whatever Krishna wants, whatever he arranges for every individual, this is one sign of devotee also who is advanced. He accepts all situations, bad and good, whatever. But he is not attached to anything in this world. This is when we can realize this, we can practice it. Then we come the divine mercy of Guru, and Krishna will be available. He is the autocrat. Whatever he wants, it will have, it will be. And nobody can do anything against. Those who are rebelling, they say, you go to this material world. There you can have your interest. And then we are here now, and we're trying to satisfy our senses, our false ego. And in this way, we are repeated birth. We have to take birth, we have to get sick, old, and we have to live, to die. This is the ignorance, the world of Agyan, ignorance. We are thinking, we are scientists, we are intelligent. But this, like we have now this handy. We are completely dependent on these things. But the saints in the past, or even not saints, even normal people, they could communicate without this for thousands of kilometers separated. Where's the science to teach this? This is not progress, you know. This is making us dependent on the materialists, controlled by the materialists. Any comments or questions?
What kind of really, quality of the disciple has to be there to make this connection with the Guru and to get this Divya Jnana, so to say, as you were reading?
To give up. To give up to be the enjoyer. Or do you have, from the past life, you may have some sukriti you did already in the past, you realized, and they'll continue in this life. You feel attracted to spiritual life because material life cannot really satisfy you. You have to fight the whole life, working hard, and then for what? It will be taken away, everything, in a moment. But then we have to think, where I'm standing, where is my position? Do I want spiritual understanding? Do I really want? Then we have to give up attachment to this material plane. Or still I have some desires to fulfill, name, fame, profit. Then we are not able to enter the transcendental plane. Krishna is not available as he is not. We have to live our life according to our desire. And when we understand, I will not become happy in this world with running day and night for sense gratification. Then you decide there must be something else. So, and then Krishna, who is the in your heart, a super soul, he will guide you, he will connect you. If the desire is pure, you will get the real thing. If your desire is only when you stand in association with devotees, when you go out, you get disturbed by everything you see. Then you are not fit. You will never know, you will never understand spiritual life. We are meant for Krishna. This is our position, for his satisfaction. He may act, he may deal with us in a way he wants. And this perfectly harmonized. Everybody has his position there. As a monkey, the famous monkeys who are waking up Krishna in Vrindavan in the forest. If nothing helps, then the monkey is cold. Then he starts make sound loud. Too much. I cannot speak these things. We must be prepared for anything. Anything from the environment may come to us, but we have to face it with optimism. That is the key to success in our life. The highest advice is given in Srimad Bhagavatam. Tate nukambam susamikshamano punjana evatma kritam vipagam vidva vadupeya vidutham namaste jiveda yamukti bodhasdayabak. It's in 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, the shloka. It says, one who, in the hope of achieving your grace, tolerates all kinds of adverse conditions to do the karma of his past deeds, and passes his days practicing devotion to you with his mind, words, and body, is truly eligible for becoming your unalloyed devotee. We have no ability to interfere with the environment. To do so will only be a useless waste of energy. Rather, we must try to correct ourselves so that we can adjust with the circumstances we find surrounding us. We have been advised that the best estimation we can make about the environment is to see it and to understand it as a grant. A grant means something which is given, but from where is this grant coming? It is coming from the Lord. He is my guardian. He is supreme. He is autocrat. So what is coming? From him is his grace. We are living by his grace always, and it is not a matter of right. That we are living, existing at all is not our right, our birthright. Whether we exist does not matter to the infinite whole. So tate nukambam susamikshamano. Whatever comes is his grace. It is not earned by my right, my ability, or my qualifications. Our well-guided estimation about the environment should be such. And we must be satisfied with whatever grant we get. It is not a master. It is not a master of right. We are not to see with the eye of any right whether we are getting our own quota or not. Am I getting my own bosom, my own share. This should never be our attitude. That's because we are speaking many times that this life we have to accept everything as it comes. Because if we trust the Lord, Krishna, then He will guide us. Whatever He may send us, all kind of tests, or bad or good, to our external, He is in charge. He will do as He likes, and I should just accept it as it is, as it comes, whatever may come. Like he may take my life, or take this body away, or He may, whatever He may do, we accept it as His will. We should never be disconnected from His will. We have to be ready not only to get all the beautiful things. Oh, God is so nice. He's fulfilling all my desire. But this desire in this material world is temporary. You have to pay next life, perhaps. At the same time, we must try to see whatever trouble we find is self-acquired. To do my own defective position. I am in such a condition. I am so low, so mean. Our quantity will have to disappear forever when we realize fully our dependence on His grace. I have got no position. I am fully dependent on His grace. My whole existence, whole prospect, everything, it is only on account of His grace. It's wonderful, not? If we are not devoted at this level, then we will not think. This is wonderful. Yeah. I don't know what this time.
This is slokas, then Sarvam Bhattacharya.
What is Sri?
Yes.
Chants that word, Mukti Pade Sadayava.
Yeah.
And he write it, there is a not in Mukti, Bhakti Pade Sadayava.
Oh, yes.
He is eligible to got the devotion.
Yeah.
Who the necessary for the three qualification of Tatyanukampa Susamikhyamana Bhunyana Ivatma Krita Vipaka. And third is Hrudbhag Bhapogi Vidadhan Namaste.
The third part is?
Third part is by mindly and bodily. Hrud means heartly. Hrudbhag, Bhag means is the by the word. Kaik, Vachik and Manasik. Mindly and wordly and heartly.
Physically.
Yeah, physically. To do service. Full engage the Krishna consciousness.
Yes.
Then he is eligible to got the devotion.
Yes.
Brahma is right in here liberation, but he is the greatest knowledgeable, Jnani, is Sarvam Bhattacharya.
Yeah.
By the blessings of the Sriman Mahaprabhu. Then he chant that word. This is not liberation. He don't want to listen any word of the liberation, mukti.
Yeah, he quoted a verse. What was this verse? Sabama. He quoted one verse,
Yes.
and he gave 6 explanations on this. And Mahaprabhu, then Sabhavan said, what you say, you're not moving.
Yeah.
What you give your commentaries. How many did he give? Much more explanation of this shloka. And Sabhavan was stunned.
Yeah. Before he is always explaining only liberation. Atma Ramascha Munaya, one shloka.
Yeah, Atma Ramas, this was the shloka.
Nirvantha Purukka.
Yeah.
Which slokas then Sukadeva Goswami, the situation of the Sukadeva Goswami. He is explained, but Sriman Mahaprabhu hearing about the lotus mouths of the Sarva Bhattacharya. You are a sannyasi, you learn some Vedanta. You are a sannyasi, you learn the Vedanta. I will teach to you. Sarva Bhattacharya speak.
Yes.
He is the greatest scholar in Mahaprabhu. But how he is explaining that sloka, Sriman Mahaprabhu speak only sutra, means the sloka I understood, but what you explain, that purport I could not understand on your language.
This is what we are teaching.
Yeah.
You know, it is not what they're saying there.
Yeah.
It is the essence, that actually essence is always surrender, surrender.
Yes.
It is moksha, or this liberation. This is also here, Raja, many of them.
And now is many of them, but they converted. Why
Yes,
Braja is Bhakti Nurtyati Jatracha?
it's very difficult here.
No, here is all surrounding is for the helping for devotion. Doing parikrama, listen the Harinam, etc. But who Akhandananda Saraswati, the greatest is the Jnani. Big ashram in here. But also he established only Bhakti. Without Bhakti, Jnana also cannot fulfill. Jnani's fulfill cannot, his desire cannot be fulfilled without Bhakti.
Yeah, yes. It's real gyan, you know.
Sre,
Yes, it is. This is Radharani's grace and
yes,
Govinda's grace, you know. That just I remember Gurudev when he reading Chaitanya Bhagavata. From the first, when I came first time, I was sitting in the back. I sneaked in, you know, and he was reading. Then Mahaprabhu left for sannyas. Mother Sachi sitting outside, not speaking anything, you know. She was just sad. And as Gurudev started crying, then I understood actually, yes, we must come to this plane. This is non-different. You speak Krishna, Krishna manifests. Krishna Nam, Krishna Nami is not separate. This is a higher understanding that we are hearing from Gurudev, and I could see this. And all those high-class devotees, they're saying the same thing. There's no difference. We have to come to this plane.
aspiration. Nice book.
Yes.
Divine aspiration.
Yes, it is our food. We are surviving us.
Yes. Not in food, this is the tonic. Tonic means in
Essence.
for the he is getting energy.
Yes. Yes.
Because
Because
tonic for the power.
yes, this is transcendental.
Right.
Speaking from the transcendental plane,
Yes.
and this will touch the heart of the hearer if he is not too much covered. Yes. Anything more, Maharaj?
No. Start Kirtan. 9 o'clock.
Maharaj, my chanting is
Radha Kund.
you are the Acharya.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Ki Jai.